What's going on, YouTube modeling community? Papa here at West Georgia Rides and Customs. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a new build that we got going on the bench here. This is the Revell 32 Ford 3-window that I showed previously in a tutorial that I did about how to chop a 32 Ford 3-window and give it that low and mean look to the openings of the window itself. So before I even chopped the top on that, I had a resin casted body that I picked up at a show a while back, and I pulled it out and got to looking at it a little bit more closely, and I noticed a few imperfections here, which is, it's kind of the norm with resin bodies, but I noticed kind of like a little glob of resin coming off the hinge right here, which would require more sanding. This particular body has three door hinges right here on this, and that's pretty much what Revell, even in the kit, the Revell kit itself. But this particular body, it was just going to require a little bit more attention as far as the sanding to get it smooth, to kind of take the imperfections that I didn't like out. So I just elected not to use this one, set it aside for a future build. So I pulled out the Revell kit and started looking and kind of trying to get some, the creative juices flowing on it. And I just went ahead and decided to chop the top on that particular kit. Thought no harm, no foul. I've chopped tops before. Let's get to going on it. So I did the video showing how I chopped that. Turned out very well. I really do appreciate everybody's comments. And a lot of people really said that they learned a lot from that tutorial, and they're thinking about trying to chop a top on that. But with this build series, I'm going to show y'all some of the various little items that I'm going to use in this. I've already got it up to a mock-up stage. And I'm going to take this particular car apart. I've already got everything taped together, but we're going to pull it apart and we're going to show you a more extensive what I've done. I've got it into a rolling chassis. I've got the suspension front and back set, everything setting on it, on the axles itself, and I like the way it looks. It's got the rake that I like to put into all of my builds. And we're going to show you the various products that's going into this particular build, including some from the original 32 Ford 3-window kit. The first thing that I'm going to show y'all is, of course, the engine itself. This is a Boss 429 with fuel injected. I'm not using the 4-speed in it. I'm using an automatic transmission in it. But this thing is just, you can get this available at mcvproducts.net. Go over there and you can pick this up. This is part number E16, and we're gonna set this to the side. I'm gonna pull this. We're gonna start dissecting this as we go. This is another thing. We'll set the radiator shroud out, but we'll pull the engine out. I'm gonna show y'all the. Just look at that. Just a beautiful, beautiful engine as far as. Everything as far as the Weber carbs that's coming up out of this thing, as far as the fuel injection, I don't think those are Webers. This is just a fuel injection system rack. But nice little. I had a MCV Products Turbo 400 that I put on there just to mock it up stage. I took a headers. The headers come with the MCV product kit that you'll get from Matthew over there at MCV Products. But I really needed a lot of, I didn't need them as wide, so I just went ahead and robbed a set of headers out of a particular kit, and you can see how thin they are. So they fit very closely to the frame and the heads itself, and I just went ahead and mocked that up. But this is a beautiful engine. If y'all are really looking for a nice Boss 429, go over to MCV Products and get you one. We're going to set that over to the side. The next thing we're going to talk about is another product that I'm going to be using. I ordered up a Model Car Garage 32 Ford 4-inch chop grill insert and resin surround. This is it right here, and a little bit of, I had a lot of this. Oh my goodness, I've used MCG stuff, Model Car Garage stuff before. I love their photo etch, but this resin piece right here, oh my gosh, it had that little, you can see the dimple right there, and it's just very rough. So I elected not to use that, but their photo etch is always on point. I really do. I always love their photo etch. That's just a beautiful piece right there. So the money spent was well worth the photo etch. I also just took the measurements off of this resin piece that he sends along with the kit, and I copied it, and we did a chop on it as well. You can pretty much well see where the line I cut right there and how much I took out of it. So it's about 4-inch scale inches that comes out of these. And I took a extensive amount of measurements in there for the make sure that photo etch fits in there, and it does. So got this. This is another thing that we chopped on the particular car itself. We're getting kind of a crowded bench here. We're going to move this around. I'm going to take this and set this up here. That way it's out of the way. And we're going to set this up out of the way. And I don't need any darned instructions. We'll just put them right there. The third thing that we're going to be using on this are a set of Parts by Parks street rod headlights. These are all aluminum. They're polished. I love them. These look great on any old street rod build. I always use these in all of them that I do. So another great investment. These are part number 9002 headlight sets. So get you a set of them. It comes with the two aluminum buckets there, and it comes with a real nice set of lens covers. So order you up some of those for one of the street rods that you're going to be building. Also, we talked about earlier what we're going to be using off of the this particular kit out of the. I had another set of ladder bars right here that we used on another build a while back. I really like these, so I took these particular. I didn't use these in particular, but I'll show y'all when I flip it over and we start dissecting it what I did. I don't think we're going to be using anything else on here, but I do want to use these torsion bars right here in the front for the front axle itself. We're going to be using those and these coilover shocks. Anything else on there, I'm not using it. So set that to the side. We're going to put Scully's arm back up there, and we're going to start tearing this thing apart, showing y'all what all is going on in this thing, what we did. The other set of the other aftermarket, we're going to tip this over to the side right here. You can see how much I really, man, that thing is just going to turn out perfect, I hope, as long as we get a good paint job on it. But we're going to flip it over on its over on the top, and we're going to show y'all up underneath what all is going on up under here. We took some careful measurements once I got the wheels set where I wanted them with the in here. We just narrowed the frame. This is a different frame that came in the kit. This is the frame that come out of the come out of the 1928. It's the Revell 1928 Roadster. That's the one with a little cartoon character guy driving the. But that particular kit comes with two different frames. You get a frame for a channel frame, and you get one for a highboy. I use the one for a highboy due to the fact that the opening on these 32 Ford 3 windows, the Revell kit, this frame fits perfectly in this opening right here. So I elected to go with that. I learned that from my old buddy Tom, Rambler 69. He's built a ton of these kits, and he told me, Fred, if you can get your hands on those kits, get them. They've always got great frames to use either in a resin or what I'm trying to do right here, and it allows you to channel it. I'm not doing it as a highboy. I'm doing it as a channel frame. We'll show you that. I'll show you more about that when we get it dissected. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take the tires and the wheels off of this. These are a set of these are parts box tires that I got. But these are the wheels are a set of aluminum wheels that I purchased from a model show a few years ago over in the Upstate show in South Carolina. The gentleman that was selling them is a machinist by trade, but he's also a hobbyist in the model car hobby. I bought these from him, and I'll show you what really set me to wanting these particular wheels. They are pro-streeted. They're pro-street wheels made exclusively for the And if y'all recognize that tire right there, yes, that is the Revell 67 Chevelle. I'm sorry, the AMT 67 Chevelle Pro Street tires that I really love. I love using these tires in my builds. And he made these aluminum wheels to fit uh, these particular tires. So beautiful set of wheels that he made. I think I've got his card. I always run into him sometime at the South Carolina shows, and I always like getting products from him. But these are just beautifully done. So we're using these in this build right here. Uh, what we did, we talked earlier about the torsion bars. I took I don't. This was a parts box rear end that I'm using here, and we narrowed the rear end itself to get it to fit. But I took the torsion bars that come out of the Revell kit, and we made. I cut the plastic off of them, and as you see, what I did there was we cut this old plastic off. I did not like that. Never could get them straight to begin with. And we took K&S tubing, and we used only the back end as far as the axle bracket itself, and then the pivot point right here. And we just made us a set of ladder bars that look more realistic. And these are they're not glued in. I've got everything just pretty much mocked up right now. I've got to glue these in. I'm going to polish the tubes right here later on after I get started with the build. Other things that we did narrow this particular rear end. We cut it off right about here even. That way we got some mounts where we can mount the axle to it. And and then we just had it, we'll wind up trimming it up eventually to where it'll fit everything perfectly. As far as the front end right here, we took the front axle out of the kit. I had to cut down a lot of the top of this to where I could get the wheels tucked up in here a little bit more. And we moved the center of as far as the axle itself up a little bit higher to where those wheels are tucked up into those fender wells of these beautiful fenders. I always love these fenders. I wanted to build a fendered 32 forward through window this time, and it's moving along very nicely. Everything's mocked up. We got a lot of cleanup we got to do here in the next few days on the frame. I got some places that I want to do some fill in with putty, and I want to get those filled in. Got some places I got to add some styrene and stuff like that. And let's get this out. We're gonna set the body over here to the side. This is all of this is come out of the 29 Roadster kit. As far as the floor, this is actually out of the Roadster kit as well, as far as the firewall. And we had to do a lot of trimming on this. You can tell how much I had to cut back over this way to where these big meats will fit up in here. And we had to modify the frame itself in order to get the tires to fit up under there. So we built a kind of a narrowed frame right here. We had to cut all this out. We had to add on into here with some of the styrene from Evergreen. And this is the original frame, comes off right here, but we went ahead and we added a piece right in here to push that frame in. Used some round tubing here. We took this original mount that goes to right in there as far as where the locator pins are at. We wanted them in the same positioning. So that's where we're at with the frame on that. Let's move this out of the way, and we'll talk more about the body now, what we did. After we have done the chop and everything, the chop turned out, see how much I had to add when I stretched this out. That's how much I had to add to get the, once the B pillar lined up and we got the A pillar, it was off by probably about 3 or 4 inches. So we had to add some styrene, smooth that down. I'm going to go out today and shoot some primer on this to see how well the body work did on that. So other things that we did, if you noticed, I took the as far as the fenders off of the kit. And to get these Pro Street tires to fit up under there like that, you have to take some measurements, make you a template of what the radius of this fender looks like that way, because you can see I added all this is glued onto the kit itself because I'm channeling the frame, the body over the frame. So took a lot. I had to trim a lot out in here to get those tires to tuck up in there, and we glued them on here once we got the radius cut out on the frame or on the body, and then we had to fill the seam in right here with some putty. We got that good and smooth. Hope I have, but the primer will tell the tale after a while, and we'll see what that is. Other things that we're planning on, there was exhaust curvatures right here. We filled all those in. We got them sanded in. We'll see how those look later on. We talked about earlier on the frames itself, we were talking about this is the Highboy frame. You can tell that by this scallop right here in the frame. So you can either sand that out, but it's not going to be shown any, as far as the body. We'll cover all that up in the final assembly, so I'm not even going to worry about filling that up. One of the things that I do plan on doing is we're going to fill this transmission area, the transmission tube area right here. I always like to fill that up with putty, just kind of creates a more clean looking frame. We'll do it on this side as well and then over the top. But I'm not going to be using any of these pockets right here. We'll fill those in with styrene. We'll get them smoothed over. Try and find, there's a couple of other places. I don't think, I'm not going to be using this right here where the shocks go. I'm going to have to actually locate them back a little closer in here and then make sure I've got plenty of clearance for those shocks in there later on. But y'all just seen me blow the 32 Ford 3-window apart and what we've got planned on it over the next few months. And hope everybody enjoys watching this series as we move along with it. Color, I've got a couple of colors in mind. One of them is black. I do plan on possibly trying to put just a pristine black paint job on this thing. If not, I've got some other ideas of other colors coming up with it. So y'all stay tuned in for that as we move along with it. Hope everybody has a great rest of your weekend. Great work week coming up here in the next few days. And as I always say, if you can dream it, build it. God bless y'all. Pappy out of here.